Every day, in thousands of homes across British Columbia, there are incidents like this.
Culley, get in here. Get in here this minute. Did you do this? Did you?
Yes.
When did you do it?
Today.
What happened?
I just put it there.
Culley, you have done this so many times. You never tell me. What's the matter with you? You born in a barn? Get out of here. Don't come back.
Talk to other parents who understand. Share your concerns with trained volunteers and parents who, through their own experiences, can help. Find out about confidential weekly meetings by calling Parents in Crisis at 299-0521, a member of the United Way.
Good afternoon, BC Parents in Crisis.
When parents are in crisis or feel they lack the parenting skills to deal fairly and non-abusively with their children, the BC Parents in Crisis Society is there to help parents help themselves.
We do have a group in that area.
From Vancouver Island, where more than a dozen groups meet, through the Lower Mainland, the Fraser Valley, the Okanagan, on up through to Prince George, and as far north as Terrace, Parents in Crisis give support to more than 30 self-help groups.
That a while ago, and he's cooking without me being around, and I lost it, and I was so angry.
About 200 parents per week meet in small groups like this, sharing the frustrations, the heartache, the difficulties of raising children. The groups provide parents the opportunity to develop support systems, to find out where and how they can learn to cope with the stresses of parenthood, how they might avoid making the mistakes that their parents made.
Have you ever stopped to ask him how he's feeling, or?
The meetings are facilitated by 1 or 2 trained volunteers who create an environment where participants feel safe enough to share their concerns. The facilitators also are a resource for parents, informing them where else they might learn new parenting skills.
And it can be a woman.
The facilitators themselves are carefully trained in intensive workshops, such as this one held earlier this year in Vancouver.
And I'm making sense of the world to some of these folks for the first time. So
It takes a lot of compassion, dedication, and acquired skill to be a Parents in Crisis volunteer. All told, volunteers donate more than 22,000 hours a year to the Society. But of course, the product of all this work is more than worth the effort. Ruth is a Parents in Crisis volunteer now, but she once was a parent who didn't know where to turn.
Here, I was accepted. I could say the things that were happening. I could talk about my frustration. Somebody was listening to me, and it became a lifeline.
Now, having grown to nearly 3 dozen groups across BC, helping some 200 parents a week with hundreds of volunteers, it's time for Parents in Crisis to have its own stable home. Here in downtown Vancouver, this heritage building, called Weeks House, could come to symbolize the characteristic values of Parents in Crisis. A commitment of resources and energy to the development of Weeks House would support a powerful statement, a confident, visible, positive symbol of child abuse prevention in this province. A great deal of time and money has been spent already upgrading the exterior of this heritage building. But as you can see, much work remains to be done. The costly interior renovations being now the major part of this proposed transition. The BC Parents in Crisis Society will always be here to help people across this province to help themselves to learn new parenting skills. Now we ask for your help for Parents in Crisis.